Gentlemen.
Good evening. Welcome to Angoville. The ville where Recompense of Heroes happens.
It does indeed happen here, Machine. This will be game number 2 between OMGPOP, this time playing as our Wehrmacht down the bottom.
And PaulAD, who insta-locked the assault, or armored assault.
Armored assault.
And this kind of used to be the troll commander, because it was like really shit. Because it's kind of like, why would you build T-34s when you can build IS-2s? But now it's actually like very viable, because your IS...
Paul! Nice.
Because your IS-2 is capped, right? So you can't build multiple IS-2s. Whereas now you can build an IS-2 and also T-34-85s. So in the late game, it is very good. And in the early game, you have the radio intercept.
Which is why he's gone for it straight away.
Yeah. If you're going to lock it in straight away. And that's very valuable. I think the most important thing is for like a scout car or for tier 3. If you hear scout car deployed, get AT grenades.
Yeah.
And kind of the thing is with that is a lot of people don't expect you to have nades that quickly. So when the scout car like first comes out, sometimes you see people try and like push the infantry to get the most damage out of it. And then if you get naded straight away, they just don't expect it. And also then, you know, if you hear a P4 or whatever, you can get some AT all ready for it.
So yeah, giving you the reaction time is actually really nice. So
as I quickly turn the sound up a little bit, it was a bit quiet in our last game.
Small adjustment. So OMGPOP, a little bit of a different build to how Paul went last time. He will actually go for that early MG. Actually going for 2 early MGs here, so
yeah,
we'll have to see how he plays that. I mean, you got to play that a little bit differently, having 2 MGs as opposed to more Gren squads. That's what Paul actually had at the start of the game. So he's going to be going over on the left, and I'm assuming he's just going to be using overlapping arcs on these MG42s to try and push up and get territory.
Yeah, I think it's pretty smart. And mobile defense locked in. So very, very popular commander in the meta. Generally, the M5 half-track just controls the game so much that having that Puma is very nice to have. But then, since the P4 command tank buff, it's actually very strong now. That 25% extra health is pretty crazy.
And you get the Puma earlier as well, 1 CP earlier.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
That could be great.
Used to be 6 command points. Yeah. Other than that, the Ostrippen Reserve, it's pretty good. You get the LMGs, it's pretty cheap. Well, hopefully you get the LMGs. Because you know how Relic are retarded and love RNG? Like,
I'm aware of that fact
They
machine,
make it so you get between 0 and 2 LMGs.
Yes.
Not one LMG, 0 to 2.
And 2, yeah.
So it would be nice if you know, things are more consistent. Also veterancy, like you get 0 to 3 veterancy.
Yeah.
It's possible to get 2 vet 3 double LMG squads or 2 vet 0 no LMGs. So like
So we'll have to see how the dice roll goes here.
RNG when it comes to like penetration and stuff and accuracy is fine, but RNG for the sake of RNG when there are alternatives is just kind of stupid. So that's my rant.
It's probably the furthest I've ever seen an MG42 set up on a map ever. Look, the base is right there. The base MG crew is waving to the MG42 crew and it's like, hey man, how's it going? I haven't seen you before. You have an MG as well.
Mine is bigger.
Mine is bigger.
Russian.
I have a base MG that is Russian. So it's nice to see the MG crews meeting at last. They don't get to do that very often. So it's
yeah,
a good
but
thing to
mine
see.
has a faster rate of fire.
Boo, pathetic. We'll be cutting off one of the entrances to Paul's base though, which is quite funny.
I actually love this positioning here. It
that's
covers
really good.
Both routes for that cutoff.
That's really nice. That's so limiting. I haven't seen that played before. Cool. Nicely played.
It's hard to establish, but because Paul was capping the right side, it was relatively fine. And that is a sniper from Paul, so that's going to be fantastic against this double MG play.
I do like that OMGPOP's actually going to move that MG as well. He uses it once, forces retreats on squads, and then moves the MG. Because you don't want to just leave it there, because then your opponent knows where it is, they know how to flank it. For example, just before you get in vision range of the MG42, you start urang a conscript squad on the right angle, and you get past it. So
Paul actually anticipating it, though, and charging directly into where the MG was.
Hey! Good play, Paul.
Yeah, so he must have just sort of sensed out that Pop is good at this video game.
He's
Surely he will move his MG. Either that, or maybe he was paying attention. You can hear when MGs pack up and set up if you're listening in closely. So maybe that was it. Either way, MG will move along, so not a huge deal. Gets a neutralized, but loses a conscript for his troubles. Sniper's going to be coming out now. And I think Pop's going for a fast scout car. He has the T2 building down already. A pack. Oh, well, he doesn't know the sniper's actually up. He does now know the sniper's up, of course.
So,
didn't realize it was there before.
This play would be really nice from OMGPOP, just holding his side of the map. If Paul was going like really conscript heavy, if he wanted to cap a lot of territory early, for example, he just couldn't push out onto the other side of the map, despite the fact he had lots of cons. But because Paul was going for a bit of a bit more passive build, I suppose you could say, getting that sniper as well, and investing the manpower into that. In fact, getting a second sniper now, it's not as punishing because Paul's quite happy holding the right-hand side of the map, getting the snipers out, and then starting to push back again.
Double sniper it will be.
Yeah, it will be double sniper here. So what do you think we'll see? Double sniper, double scout car, says OMGPOP. Actually ends up only going for the one, but he did have two on the build order there.
Well,
and a pack as well.
It's actually kind of risky because Border doesn't have guards. Normally when you go snipers, you need to go guards to deal with a scout car. So
I used to lose games because of that, because you just forget you don't have the guards available.
And so he will have to go AT grenades. Maybe just a fast M5 is going to be an option here. I mean, M5 is, not only does it just destroy infantry at long range, it also destroys scout cars at long range. And he has a fair bit of fuel for it, but it will be the AT grenades, of course. Having mines are really handy as well for the scout car if you can kind of bait them on the road.
So OMGPOP also goes for a predictive pack. He assumes the M5 is going to be coming out, and that's not a bad decision to make. You gotta be ready for the M5 when it comes out.
Yeah, absolutely. Very, very game-changing, the M5.
A lot of retreats across the board here.
You could actually lose this. Double MGs. I don't think he realizes it's actually retreating though. Yeah,
no,
he doesn't know it's there.
Doesn't see the squad.
Two snipers will be moving up here now, going to be doing a little bit more poke damage. Even the base MG will kind of be covering this.
Doesn't get a model.
Ooh.
That was a lot of shred though.
Yeah, we'll force the retreat. Does he have medics? No, not yet. They're going to need those medics. It's pretty expensive to reinforce them.
That sniper fires. Gets a retreat off.
Half track. Which is great against snipers, because you're going to be losing models pretty frequently, but not exactly being forced to retreat. Also, since you're losing models at full health, you know, you're reinforcing them at full health, where, like, if you have two models, but your squad's on 0 health, reinforcing them just makes them bleed manpower. So, having a half track against a sniper play is great. And going for a tier 2, so going for his Zis gun.
I'd like to see OMGPOP really take more of an advantage of the fact of how much he's forced Paul back. I don't think he realizes how effective these MGs have actually been. There's really nothing on the right-hand side. Paul isn't actually holding that territory. Oh, as I say that, he's holding the territory using the danger of demo charges. There I have minesweepers on the field for OMGPOP.
Look at the scout car. 1 nade, 2 nade to follow, perhaps.
2 nade.
No,
suppression.
Nice.
And no follow-up here coming out from Paul. So the choice to go, wow, oh wow. MG almost gets wiped there. It's going to have to retreat. The snipers.
Or just walk to the half-track.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the half-track's out in the field.
Yep.
One forgets about the half-track machine,
so there was a sweeper, and it did actually reveal.
It
should have revealed it. Perhaps not the one in the garrison.
It's on the door.
Yeah, and that's actually a great spot to put it, because the thing is with that, right, is even if you reveal it with a minesweeper, like, you don't always see it on your camera. If this is your camera, you can't see the demo, even though it's actually, like, revealed. Yeah. So that's a great spot to put it. And if you walk through this door here, so we'll see if Pop loses a squad.
Definitely what he's looking for.
These snipers are so
low.
He's actually in front of the cover as well. Nice reactions though. Won't lose a sniper.
Well played. He needs to get those healed up though, pretty badly. Does he have medics yet?
No.
No, not yet, no.
Wanting to rush out the Zis gun.
Yeah, I think you're trying to find the manpower for that.
Because with the Zis gun,
find the 250 yet.
He has a lot more presence here. Biz going into both of these con squads, and a Zis
sure
gun
he knew that was there. Bad decision to end up driving in that way, and yeah, we'll actually lose the scout car there. 222 does go down.
In the end, it was actually pretty pointless. He would have lost it to the cons on their own. But either way, the scout car's down, and it's opened up a lot of play for these snipers. And let's see if Pop goes for a fast Ostwind. That's great against snipers. It'll come out earlier than a P4. So I think Paul's going to go straight to a T-34-85. He has a Zis gun, so the AT isn't a huge deal, especially with those AT grenades. Even if a P4 comes out, he still can kind of deal with it, and he has a big fuel advantage with having the right side for pretty much the entire game, having a bit more territory, capping these points, or decapping them rather.
Gonna have a chance to heal up those snipers now as well, which is good. Austripping available now for OMGPOP.
And they're great against snipers because they're 6-man squads, very cheap to reinforce and very quick. So you can keep losing models to snipers, it doesn't really matter that much. Kind of the same with the Panzer Fusiliers. Great against snipers, your 6-man squads. This guy missed the half shot, could have been killed if he got that first shot off. But the threat of the LMGs with the rifle nades especially can decrew those Zis guns very easily from afar.
This kind of good, I have to run away from this one.
Still just chilling on the left side and hasn't tried pushing up the right really apart from that first Gren. But he will have to commit to it quite fully, and then he'll, I think, lose his left side. So I think he just wants to kind of chill here until he can get some more squads up, get a P4 or an Austrian, something to really deal with these snipers a lot more efficiently.
What's interesting is the Paul has had those 2 VPs for pretty much the entire game so far. He's at 497, 389 here for OMGPOP, because OMGPOP just hasn't been over the right-hand side where the 2 VPs are.
Yeah, for sure.
Could end up being important.
He's down already 115. And he's happy just to chill here. He has his half track, so he shouldn't really lose any of these units. Even the MG suppressed the sniper, preventing the extra volley from coming off.
I guess the Grens can always just walk up and stop the snipers from taking additional shots. The throw of those LMG should be enough.
Yeah, and look at Pop's resources. The manpower isn't a problem for him.
Yeah, it just happens again and again. The snipers take a couple of shots. Sure, they're going to get a tiny bit of bleed coming out onto those MGs, but Paul isn't achieving any map pressure with them. That's what you have to do with snipers. They're an expensive squad. You have to try and make something happen with them. I mean,
yeah, but he has like the right side, so like if he just chills with how he's going, he's fine.
It's true, yeah.
He doesn't need to.
And I guess, yeah, I don't think that's, I think that's just OMGPOP not really going over there. I mean, he really needs to. I mean,
yeah, especially when you're kind of rotating through all these garrisons, you can get caught quite easily. Either way, it is a 3rd sniper on the way.
Wow. Wow, 3 snipers. That's intense.
Yeah.
It's a pretty intense number of snipers. This is very different play coming in from Paul.
Is he going to walk over that demo? Nope. You can destroy it with these SMGs.
There we go.
Doesn't have vision, so he doesn't actually know there's pyos there. He's going to be cleaning that up anyway. Yep, there we go.
Whoop, there we go. It was that one hit with the minnow detector and it disappears.
But if the NG squad gave vision...
And it was there. It was there for a long time, actually. The NG squad was camping on the fence line. They're waiting for a squad to walk up to it. Full vision, but it actually walked away for some reason. I don't know whether it repaired something or built a tier building or what the go was there, but it did actually walk away, so he lost vision on the area.
Well, ooh. The pyros will have more vision than the engineers. So the pyros will see them first. Pushing up the left here, did have a Zis barrage to force the MGs. 3 snipers decrewing the MG immediately. Getting suppression off though, preventing the sniper from firing, also the LMG Grens.
See, what Paul really needs here is a 4th sniper. That's the really thing that is going to wipe squads. The reinforce is just really infuriating him at this point, I think.
Yeah.
It's kind of like 3 snipers take a shot, but the reinforce comes out before any other sniper shots can actually come through.
Well, the 3 makes a big difference because if he gets 2 snipers, he'll take down 2 models, and then he'll reinforce a 3rd one, a 2nd one rather.
Yeah.
Getting it back to 3. Whereas if he has 3 snipers, you can't out-reinforce that.
Yeah.
You get another model, yeah, but then you just still lose it.
Still lose it again in the next volley, yeah.
So he did get 1 sniper down. It's 90 manpower. It's not a huge deal. And Pop's got a lot of money here. So, money, of course, manpower. I mean, maybe a fuel cache, because like the snipers are becoming a big problem for him. And
he can go for that Puma as well anytime he'd like to.
Yeah, the Puma I don't think will really help that much. With the Zis gun, with the AT grenades, the Puma is not that great against snipers.
What will help is that command tank when it comes out. So.
Yeah, maybe that's what he's going for. Maybe he won't even bother teching, but...
Wouldn't that just suit his playstyle so well?
The command tank won't help him that much, I don't think. Especially then when a T-34 shows up, and that's just going to destroy the command tank. The anti-tank on it is pretty lackluster. He actually went a Puma.
He did he? Okay.
I mean, it can kill snipers if you go very close to it and chase them very deep, but it's very risky to actually pull off. Well, we'll see how he uses it. Yeah, it looks like he wouldn't bother taking, I don't think, at this stage. Maybe go a command tank and then eventually go tier 4. Even a Panzerwerfer is great against, against snipers. Panther then would be good against the IS-2. Yeah, if he did go P4, then the T-24s would show up pretty soon afterwards, so maybe that's the better choice in the end. But the Ziskun's here, so I won't be able to do too much with it.
Does get a bit of damage down on that Puma. So, I mean, what do you think OMGPOP should do here? I mean, you can't just really keep committing to this playstyle when he doesn't have those VPs. They just keep getting recapped on the right-hand side here. Paul's just winning at this point, winning the game in terms of VPs, if nothing else. So.
Oh, we demoed a Gren squad?
I think.
Yeah, it was a Gren squad. I'm trying to count the limbs. But yeah, anyway.
Do Pioneers have one less limb than the Grenadiers do, or...?
Well, they have one less LMG.
Yeah, that is true, yeah. Fair point.
So having 2 MGs suppresses the snipers and prevents them from getting the snipe. So they get 1 volley and just have to retreat, really. So that's kind of working out for him. A mortar can work as well, but yeah, I think if Pop just caps the right side, maybe get a couple of fuel caches down. I don't know, the snipers are hard to deal with, and with how close they are to Paul's base, he can't really chase them anywhere. But he can ambush them if he caps the right side. Maybe, you know, get some S-mines down. Just try and catch them around a corner with an LMG. 2 Zisguns are here, so he's going to be able to snipe these vehicles pretty easily. Can't really reinforce without getting caught by the Zisgun.
It's going to be an interesting engagement here. He has those 2 Zizzers down, but
it's a barrage.
There's a lot of infantry here.
And he's actually splitting up his snipers to prevent the suppression working on both of them. He may lose this MG. Gets reinforced.
Gets reinforced. Oh, drops another model though. Might actually lose that MG. Yes, it's reinforced. Already up to 3 now. 3 models again.
Even the flame half track's an option, but it will just die too easily for it to be viable.
This seems to be working here. Paul's actually making this push work.
Yeah, even cons are trying to flank on the side.
Too many MGs. Too much suppression.
But this is pretty big manpower bleed for Pop.
420.
A very gradual game.
Yeah.
Rifle nade. Ooh, almost gets that Zisgun.
Pretty slow play here from Paul. I think he's just happy to play the veterancy game on the snipers as well.
Yeah. The thing is for Paul as well is he has probably the best late game commander there is.
Definitely.
T-34 85s plus IS-2s. If it goes into late game,
plus crew repair, which is great.
Yeah, crew repair is really handy to have. Also, you know, he doesn't have any Tigers, so Pop's late game commander isn't exactly the best either. So that's a command tank here that will allow him to be a bit more aggressive against these snipers. It can even decrew this gun if it gets in a good spot.
Is this going to be backing off now? Still the right-hand side held by Paul. 322 VPs, 465 here for Paul.
Yep, here we go.
Command tank's in. How deep is it going? It seems very deep.
Just a nade off, but that's not... Oh, actually almost getting the damage engine.
Yeah, that's close.
Does this gun hit just after the AT grenade? If this gun hit first, it would have got below the 75% engine damage threshold.
I think this command tank could be all about can we get sniper wipes as well.
Yeah, but it's only... The aura is only extra health, so it won't really help him against the sniper.
I mean the command tank going in itself. I guess there's 3 Zis guns now coming out for Paul. He only had the 2 before, so now 3. I mean, you're guessing that should be enough to defend the snipers, but I mean, it was to the point where Paul doesn't have a tank. I mean, he doesn't have anything to defend with, but he, I guess, relying on those Zis guns. En masse, slow move backwards, I suppose, here from OMGPOP. I wouldn't call it a mass retreat. He's just casually walking backwards a few feet. So.
Tactical retreat.
Tactical retreat is the word I was looking for. Thank you, machine.
There is no glory in pointless defeat. That's World War II thing.
I see.
Anyway, we actually have the Panzer Tactician, or as we like to call it, the Skill Tactician.
Yes.
Because you just press a button and it gives you smoke.
Yes. It's pretty great.
Yeah. So that will actually help him a fair bit against the Zis guns. But there's 3 of them, so he really does have to be careful. He can lose the command tank pretty easily. If he just walks... Oh, he's going to lose that half track pretty easily.
That thing's going down.
I think actually one of them wasn't on prioritized vehicles.
There's the smoke.
Yeah, he fired on the Grens. Misses at the attack ground.
And now the Grens are going to be pushing through the smoke.
Oh, he's going in deep here. That was actually a big misplay. But now look how deep this command tank is.
Not that deep.
Well, we'll
Not
see.
that deep.
Snipers are retreating. Nades come through, but he may lose all of them. Command tank goes down. Zis gun's going down. Rifle nades coming through.
He's just trying to wipe
Yeah,
stuff.
now he can just destroy the Zis guns with the pack gun. Maybe even recruit them. He has a half track,
Wow,
but there's
well
going to be
played.
suppression from the MG bunker. He could even destroy the MG bunker with the Zis gun if he has enough time. Almost getting the 3rd Zis gun. Loses one of the Zis guns.
Destroys one. I think that's a good play.
Yeah, it's worth it.
If the command tank got a little bit more work done, it would have been better, obviously. I mean, I think OMGPOP was hoping it would survive past the Zisses, but still good. I mean, a lot of bleed here for Paul.
Puma's going
all the
in.
Zis guns are gone.
This gun fires a shot. Puma has the smoke, so he should be fine. Puma has the smoke, so he should be
fine.
The MG bunkers, get his smoke.
There's the smoke.
MG bunker could have actually got the kill on it. The rear armor was exposed, so the MGs will penetrate. That was just the Sturmovik looking for the Puma. I don't know what it actually will acquire, though.
Yeah.
I don't know if this actually does prioritize vehicles. It's
It
only
didn't find anything. I think it just ran by for a second. So it might come by here.
went
There
for
we
the
go.
Pyos, yeah. You can't really choose that one, and it won't prioritize vehicles. So, Paul is getting close to his IS-2, and he actually hasn't teched up yet. So, he's going to probably go for T-34s afterwards.
There's a few more CPs here.
It's another command tank.
Pop going for another tactical retreat. Command tank, yeah, going to be coming out as well. So maybe rinse and repeat here for Paul, for Pop. Send the command tank in again. There's a lot less this time, to say.
That's true.
Yeah. Thankfully, you know, Paul has the radio intercept actually saved in there. See how he just retreated the snipers. He saw the command tank get built, and he's like, I gotta get out of here. I don't have enough Zis guns for support anymore.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
It saved him. He could have lost all of those snipers here, theoretically. I mean, the command tank could have chased in.
Sturmovik now is going to fire. The units were just moving through the radius. Probably will go for these Grens. Nope, going for the Panzer IV. Doing not really much at all.
A lot.
This gun will fire as well, but it forced a retreat. But once again, Paul has the VPs.
He does, yeah.
So, yeah, he's fine, you know, I think.
Yeah, he's good, yeah.
He's going to have
very close to the eyes too. And then, I mean, how's Pop going to deal with that?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Puma doesn't penetrate
one
very
pack.
effectively. And he doesn't have enough fuel to go for a Panther, so really has to just go multiple packs. And packs aren't that great against the IS-2. Their frontal armor is huge, and with the snipers, you can dig through them pretty easily. Sturmovik's not bad as well. It does it three strikes. GG.
I think OMGPOP's calling GG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Calls it,
No,
yeah.
I was just confused
That's fair enough, yeah.
because it was red text.
Yeah, okay. And you thought it was Paul calling GG when he's in a great spot, yeah.
That's disappointing.
It's good game knowledge though from OMGPOP. He's just like, man,
rigid, yeah.
he knew the IS-2 was coming, and he's just, I can't deal with this. So, yeah, I can see that. I mean,
I don't blame him. He knew the IS-2 was coming,
yeah.
and the IS-2 would have just wrecked him. But I would have liked to at least see him try. But anyway, I think he should have tried capping the right side because, as I said, snipers in the open, they excel, especially when they're so close to their base. Forcing retreats doesn't matter when your base is like next to the point anyway. And then, yeah, you could have just, you know, had some Grens behind the garrisons. Even in the garrisons, they'll miss half the time. Make it a mortar. I don't know.
Maybe could have thought about. I guess he was just taking some time to think about game number 3 because this is a best of 3 series. So
yeah, that's
this
true.
is game number 2, and that's being 1-1, 1 to OMGPOP, 1 to Paul. So the third game will actually be our decider.
Yeah, but Paul's going to be able to choose what faction he goes.
He will, yeah,
because he won the game with a lot more VPs.
It wouldn't surprise me if he win allies. I mean,
the snipers worked out well for him, and it is going to be an Angoville once again. So we'll be back with our next match. Hello, we are in game number 3, and Pop already responds with an assault grin, greeting our hands, going, "How you doing? I'm Pop. Here's an assault grin, just to make things interesting."
it's nice to meet you. So yeah.
But fortunately, the way that you can always tell if someone's bad at video games, if they build multiple assault grins.
Yes, exactly, yeah.
But Pop being good at video games is building an actual barracks.
Nice, good choice, Pop.
Yeah.
We shake your hand indeed. So this will be game number 3. Paul, having had the most VPs when he won the previous game, therefore gets to choose his faction. He has chosen
It would be really
to go for allies.
Yeah, it'd be really embarrassing if you went another assault grin and we were just
It
like
would.
DMing him.
Oh,
he did.
No!
Well, see, the problem with this,
He's got to go right.
yeah, the
He's
problem
got to go right.
The problem with going double assault grin or multiple assault grins is you don't have Panzerfausts.
Yeah.
So your opponent can punish you really hard by going scout car, even in like a light vehicle, M5, T70, whatever. But not even that. It's just the fact that assault grins don't scale. They are very weak. They don't have body armor like shocks do, so you can't charge with them. They have sprint, so you can kind of like flank things like maxims.
They have like a lot of utility, and they win so many engagements against everything early. Like they're really potent if you can get them in close range. So yeah, having one squad is nice. It's really good. You can definitely make use of one squad. Having more than one squad, then you start losing out on things where it would have been better to have another grenadier squad, for example.
To be honest, I think he was just going for them because he was sick of the snipers last game. Not only are they 5-man squads, but you can kind of charge the snipers quite easily. You have sprint, so they're great against snipers, but what's to say Paul just won't build snipers? When he sees the assault grins, he's going to win these engagements now.
And he probably won't. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, if he sees this many assault grins, he's definitely not going to.
Yeah,
Go for another combineer squad. There
one
you go.
thing to bear in mind is flamers are great.
Flamers, yeah, he's going to go flamers. Yeah, that's a good choice.
The Molotovs are nerfed, so the Molotovs means that cons aren't quite as good against assault grins.
This is really good play here from Paul because assault grins have such a brutal cutoff damage-wise. If you get them in. If you have them in anywhere near medium range, they're pretty much going to do as much as a wet fish slap to the face, essentially.
What about killer fish slap to the face?
Yeah, pretty much nothing. So
I mean, it smell bad.
Paul plays that really well by having 2 conscript squads together. You get the front one, the assault guns run at it, you just back it away, and the other conscript squad just keeps firing at it. You can just rinse and repeat that process to the point where the assault guns just keep running at you, and they're at lower and lower health, lower and lower models.
Yeah.
They start getting more and more trouble, and 3 assault grins. Pop!
It's kind of the same as like PPSH conscripts, except you have the rifles to make up for it. Whereas P-Grins, on the other hand, P-Grins have a lot, and Sturmpires as well, have a lot of medium range damage. So in the medium range threshold, Sturmpires and Panzergrins are actually pretty powerful.
Yeah.
You can't really run away from them. If you try and run away from them, they'll just chase you down and you take a lot of damage from that. Grins are coming out now, which is nice to see.
Thank you.
I mean, Pop's doing okay at the moment, but let's see if he can keep it up. Once the Flamers come online, it'll make life a lot harder. Does he even have medics? Not yet. He can afford it. Maybe he'll go for a Flamer on his Pio to try and just be very aggressive.
We have a fresh grenadier squad.
So yeah, this is the grand final.
This is the grand final.
The decider. So the stakes are quite high and very, very risky playstyle. But I do love that Paul hasn't gone for his snipers. Able to adapt. These cons
are not going to get the garrison. The assault grins are.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, they're going to get shredded that close to the garrison. Yeah, instant retreat coming out. I think that's really nice.
And in this situation here, the assault grins are just doing no damage at all. Long range. So
yeah, Paul just has to survive the early game, really. Make sure he doesn't lose too many engagements against these assault grins because they do not scale well.
Yeah, for sure.
In a word.
And there's a garrison, but he has double NGs. Still, he hasn't got his flamer yet. I think it's because his NGs are actually capping points. You can't get flamers whilst out of friendly territory.
Has the munis for it. So can get 1, can't get 2 yet.
Another Gren.
Good. Nice. So maybe 1 assault grin squad too many. I haven't seen them be really effective yet. We've seen them bleed manpower quite effectively, but that's about it.
Because look at the territory. It's all red. There isn't really any territory there for Pop. Not much at all. And now with a Gren in a garrison, that's going to be a lot harder to actually clear out.
Much better. That being said, there are a couple of con squads behind heavy cover there.
Well, this one isn't.
That one isn't actually behind heavy cover, no. I mean, the truck doesn't cover them properly, so...
And you really need medics with the Assault Grens, because if you're not at full health, you just take too much damage charging. Does force the retreat here. Getting his medics now. Getting his tier 2, maybe from Maxim.
Starting to look a little bit better here from Pop. Yeah, I mean, a Maxim would be quite nice. I mean, stops those charging Assault Grens, and it did, of course, get its suppression buffed.
Yeah, it has to be very defensive, because if you leave it unsupported, it'll just get sprinted and flanked. But maybe it's a Ziska. Maybe he's anticipating a scout car. I wouldn't exactly blame him. But no, I would blame him because he has radio.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe he wants to rush out of M5. That's probably it, actually, to be honest.
At least having this available is nice. So having the tier building is good, and then you still have the reaction time to actually build something. So game does take a little bit of a slowdown here. Oh, the Gren squad actually got out of that garrison there. It's now being held by Assault Grens. I don't know what the choice there was. It would have been better to let the Assault Grens cap, maybe.
Yeah, no signs of Molotovs. Which, yeah, fast tier 3.
Fast
Makes a lot of
M5.
sense. Not having any Grens, no tier 2, so the pack's going to be a bit delayed.
Just good adaptive play here from Paul. I mean, he started off pretty much exactly the same. Same build order, even same cap order that he had previously.
Yeah.
Still got the sandbags down on the fuel point, and then sees the Assault Grens and instantly adapts. He says, okay, we'll go for something else. Let's go for something different. Has the second Engineer squad, and is now going to be going for that early tier 3.
Oh, he may double Flamer M5 rather than the quad M5.
Wow.
That's pretty brutal
That
well.
would be brutal, wouldn't it? Yeah. Yeah, he's got the munis for it. He could do it. Definitely a possibility. Man, that would be brutal, though.
It comes out sooner than the quad, for
It does.
sure. Another Gren, so Pop is just not teching.
Not at all, no. Sticking with that barracks and just building some
And
squads up.
with a build like that, where it's so tier 1 heavy, it really needs to translate into map territory for it to pay off, and it just hasn't because Assault Grens just aren't that good. Is M5 coming out? That's going to be bad news for
Bad
Pop.
news for Pop. Yeah, I don't know what he's going to do here. I'm really not. I mean, he's got a few squads of Grens for Fastmouth. That's it. There's no
Actually,
pack.
he went Minesweeper.
Oh, okay,
So
got one
it will be the quad.
Will be the quad then.
I would have loved to see the double flamer just for the
M5.
swag points.
Yeah.
Even though the quad is probably more viable and the better choice. But you can always get both. Hey, why not?
Sure. M5 is on the field now.
I mean, yeah.
He saw it as well. The Grens took a shot at it, so. No, it's on its way, so we'll have to see how Pop decides to react. Oh, you know when the M5 is backing up like that, there's yeah, GG.
GG
Wow.
is how he reacts.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, how else could he have reacted to that? I mean, yeah, the M5 is pretty damn OP, but like, it was a pretty greedy playstyle.
Yeah, 3 squads of Assault Grens was pushing it.
Especially when you're in the final of a game. You know, generally you sort of leave the risky plays for the best of the early game in the
like
round.
your upper game, and then you go for the risky play, and then it's like, okay, that didn't work out. We go back to regular play for game number 3. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've pretty much said it. Like,
yeah, we summed it up pretty well, I think.
Assault Grens were kind of bad.
If you know how to play against them, you just
Yeah, Paul actually did that brilliantly.
For sure, you can win with that build, but not against a player like Paul. You just that's the thing.
It's all about finding the big engagements. You can't necessarily fight 1v1 against the Assault Grens, but you can certainly fight 2v2 or 3v3.
Yeah.
And when you have Ura, you're just as mobile as the Assault Grens, you know, if not more, because your munitions isn't as important as a Soviet player. So if you're spamming out the sprint, then it's not exactly that good. But yeah, I think that was just Pop just anticipating the sniper play, and maybe if he went one of them and then went regular Gren, regular playstyle, and if there was a sniper, just continue to build them, but there wasn't a sniper. So yeah,
it's the map as well. I mean, oftentimes it's not only about the layout of the map, it's how cap orders work on a certain map. So Assault Grens are great at finding those one-on-one engagements early. So even if you build a couple of squads, you send them to different corners of the map. On a map like, say Kolodny, where you don't necessarily focus a side, you kind of spread out and cap points. Whereas on a map like Angoville, you pick a side. Like, you essentially just pick a side and say, this is my side. You want to come this side, we fight over it. Otherwise, just take the other side. That's cool. And then you have each other individual sides, and you start fighting from that point. It's not a map where you send out multiple conscript squads and you cap the entire map.
That's actually a very good point. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't cap the entire map, so it's going to be a lot harder for the assault grains to find individual engagements. We saw that early. OMGPOP had the assault grains. He tried to find the individual engagement. There are 2 more con squads here. There are literally 3 con squads on this side of the map. How am I going to fight this? And he really struggled because Paul didn't go on the left-hand side of the map at all. He picked a side. He had lots of conscript squads, and that's where the assault grains are not great, as you were saying. They're not great in big engagements.
Same with a map like Lungrus Kaya, where you're just naturally gonna have a blob.
Go for a blob, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, well played. A bit disappointing though for our epic conclusion.
It was
of the
a little
series.
bit.
My heart goes out to Tightrope who live streamed this. But anyway, cool stuff to see people running tournaments.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
That'll be it.
That's it.
From the Generals Gentlemen for tonight.
I think we'll probably slap this on the second game because
I think we shall.
If we were to post this game on its own, it would be like the world's most downvoted video.
Yeah, essentially of Company of Heroes 2 of all time. So
but yeah, thank you for watching.
Cheers.
Be sure to subscribe for more Company of Heroes action, if you can call it action. And as well, if you do want to see us more active on the channel, check out our Patreon.
Please do.
Get that crowdfunding, less retail, more videos. Happy time.
Okay. More videos is great for everyone. We do love it. So thank you guys, and we'll see you next time.